People around us have different beliefs about what they think is right or wrong. Your friends, teachers, and even some family will have different beliefs or ways they want to live. We are the people who they can trust and can rely on, so we have to learn to accept their beliefs and ways of life. In turn, the other person or people in the relationship will accept what you think is right or how you want to live. So, when people have a relationship with someone, they should be able to accept their beliefs and how they want to live. An example that shows that we should accept others' beliefs when we have a relationship with them is in the story, What of This Goldfish Would You Wish? In the goldfish story, there's a character named Sergei who needs peace and quiet after he spends most of his life in a house with a Zionist, and everyone came up to their house every day to say how much they don't like them. When Sergei got to Israel and then moved to Jaffa, his family couldn't wrap their heads around it. They'd ask him, "What are you looking to find in a place like that? There's no one but addicts and Arabs and pensioners." But what is most excellent about addicts and Arabs and pensioners is that they don't come around knocking on Sergei's door. Sergei wanted to live alone, but his parents couldn't understand why he didn't want to live with them and live alone. Eventually, his parents accepted that he wanted to be alone because of his noisy childhood. Now that Sergei lives with his own thoughts and nobody around, he can go fishing and do whatever makes him happy in silence. But one day he gets a fish that grants him 3 wishes, and Sergei uses 2 right away, but now he has 1 left. Sergei accidentally murdered a boy named Yoni, who wandered into his house because Sergei thought the boy would take his fish or hurt it. "Just a goldfish," Sergei tells him, "just something he found flapping around in the net, a deep-sea goldfish." But the boy isn't listening. He's still fiddling and getting closer and saying something about talking and fish and magic wish. Sergei has to decide if he wants to save the fish or live with killing the boy. He accepts that the goldfish doesn't want to live in the bowl in Sergei's favor, so he decides to let him go. The next example about how we should accept others' beliefs if you have a relationship with them is in the story, The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. In this book, we learn that the main character, Christopher, has a form of autism. His parents have to learn how Christopher likes things because of his disease. If the things in Christopher's life are not the way he likes them, he will get mad and start screaming or crying because it's not how he wants to live. And my chest began hurting, and I folded my arms, and I rocked back and forth and groaned. My mother said, "I didn't know we'd be coming back." But I carried on groaning and rocking backward and forward. Christopher learns that now he is back in his hometown, he still can't take his level A math test. But that's not how he had it in his mind, so he starts groaning. His parents have a good relationship with their son, so they know how to block the noise out, or just accept that he needs to do this in order to get over his emotion. Mother and father also know that they have to accept that their child is different than everyone else because of the autism. Another example of why we should have acceptance for others' beliefs if we want to have a good relationship comes from the online source Ourselves and Others. In this section, I chose to go to the website about race, Are We So Different? This website has a history behind why some people can't accept others people's skin color and race, and about human variation. A quote reads, "When you begin to understand the biology of human variation, you have to ask yourself if race is a good way to describe human variation." Janice Hutchison, biological anthropologist. This quote found on the website states that race may not be a good word to accept human variation. This is because people think of race as a bad thing about a group of people with a different color and ethnic background. The word race makes people believe that those people are different for a bad reason. Human variation does not occur when race is associated with it because people can't accept that the other races are different and have a different way of life. And although current science tells us we share a common ancestry and the differences among people are not as great as they may seem, many people cannot accept that other races are different than ours. This shows us that as an entire race do not have a close relationship with the whole of another race because of the different racial background. When you have a relationship with someone, you should be able to accept their beliefs and how they want to live. This claim should be argued not to be true because others may not think that. Some people could claim that because someone you have a relationship with has a different belief or way of life, you shouldn't stick up for them. Instead, they might say that you should tell them what you believe is right or what you believe in, but that isn't necessarily always the right thing to do. I would counter this claim by saying that you can't have a good relationship with someone if you don't accept the other's ideas. The relationship would just be about arguing who is right or whose ideas are the better ones. Therefore, you can't have a close relationship with someone if you can't accept what they think is right or wrong. In conclusion, we all want that one or few relationship that can be closer than ever. In order for anyone in this world to have a good, close, and long-lasting relationship, we need to accept what others believe is right or how they want to live. If this acceptance is not present in the relationship, then people will not be very close. So when you are in a good relationship, you should be able to accept the other's beliefs and ways of life.